Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and today we've got the Motorola Moto G51 with us. So this is the higher variant of the G31 that we just saw. So what does Motorola have to offer? This is pretty interesting, and I use the term interesting very loosely. It's got the Snapdragon 480 plus chipset. Now the Snapdragon 480 has a very negative connotation, as in ever since Nokia used it on that 47,000 rupee phone, we just don't like that chip, do we? So what is Motorola doing using it in the G51? Is this an overpriced phone? What is happening? Let's unbox it and then talk about it. My name's Ash, you're watching C4E Tech, and if you do end up liking what you see here, thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon if you haven't yet. So let's start with the unboxing. So guys, this box, it's pretty typical Motorola. We've seen this with pretty much every Moto phone launched in God knows how long. So let's go ahead, open this. So as always, we are greeted by the phone in its TPU case, which is pretty nice, always appreciated. So there are two colors that they're selling in India. This is the indigo blue. There's also a bright silver variant. I would actually have preferred the silver, because the blues just don't do it for me. It's just become way too common in the past few years. So, okay, peeling that off. Let's turn it on and wait for the Hello Moto. So the back is plastic, of course, goes without saying. There are three cameras here. We will talk about all these. Let me just set it aside for the moment. So here we have the regular SIM ejector pin and safety information booklet. So next up, we've got a USB Type A to Type C cable, and that's followed by this. This is again the big upgrade for the Indian variant. We get a 20-watt turbocharger with it. Globally, they sell it with a 10-watt charger. So that's something Moto's been doing for India. Just like with the G31, it's a repeat here. So guys, let's first start with a quick look around the device. To the right, we've got the power key that also doubles as a fingerprint scanner. So despite this Moto logo being to the back, the fingerprint scanner is present to the right. Now this scanner, in the time that I've actually spent with it, it feels fast enough. I mean, not the fastest, but it's quite responsive. Now one extra feature, we will get to the software, but just let me just throw it in here. Double tap and we get the power touch option. So basically you're in any app, you just want to quickly move on to something else. You can do that right from here. So go into settings and you can just select what apps you want to show, want to have them show up under power touch. So now above that, we've got the volume keys, and on top of that is a Google Assistant key that cannot be remapped. I hate that in general, but then at least it's way out of reach. It's not something you're going to accidentally trigger. Now to the top, we've got a secondary noise cancelling microphone. To the left, we have a tray. This is a hybrid setup. So you can use either two SIMs or a SIM and a micro SD card. Now, to the bottom, we've got a headphone jack, primary microphone, USB Type-C port, and a speaker. Up top, here's the earpiece. And apart from that, the notification LED is also present. This display here, it is 6.8 inches with a full HD plus IPS LCD panel. So compared, coming from a Moto G31 that had an AMOLED panel, I do feel a little bit let down about this. But then again, it's a 120 Hertz panel. Put a pin on it. We will get to that. That is a big part of if this phone is worth it or not. We will get to it in a second. Now, apart from that, now for the selfies, this is a 13 megapixel selfie camera. Motorola does offer a 16 megapixel selfie camera on their G51s sold in China. So that is something worth noting. With the rear cameras, we've got a 50 megapixel primary followed by a 8 megapixel secondary. That's an ultra wide. The primary is coupled with the f1.8 lens, and then finally we've got a macro that's there as always just to make up the numbers. So now with the camera in the quick samples I took around, it seems reasonably sharp. This is the ultra wide, which I feel honestly could have better dynamic range. Again, ultra wide, regular shot, regular. Regular shots do seem, they did come out well. Spot color is also present. This is with a selfie camera. Spot color works decently well, and the images are okay. I wouldn't call it the crispiest selfies ever or anything. It's okay. It's a little, I would even say it's a little in the average scale of things, not too impressive. Any which ways, so that's basically the camera. Now, apart from that, this is stock Android, right? They call it My UX, but mostly they've left almost everything stock here. This is Android 11. Now, Motorola claims that they will be providing Android 12 to this and also 2 years of software updates. So given the phone is launching at a time where Android 12 is the standard, with Android 11, they're only going to update it to Android 12. That makes it put software in an iffy spot. But then again, if you want a stock Android experience, no ads, almost no, I mean, there are no preloaded apps as well. So if you want that clean experience, then this is a good choice. And of course, it's not like it's without any tweaks, the regular ones that we like chop to turn on and turn off flashlight, or double twist to launch the camera and switch between the front and back cameras. All these are tucked away nicely inside the Moto app. So we've got all our regular Moto features, and then we've got the power touch option. We've got Dolby Atmos. That's one extra thing that we've been seeing with the Moto G51 as well. So the Dolby audio is included here. So that's basically on the software side of things. Now, apart from this, other things worth mentioning is that there is support for 12 5G bands, 3 carrier aggregation, 4x4 MIMO. Okay, forget all that. Now, the selling point, or rather, the most important thing, you remember how I asked you guys to put a pin on the display. It's the 120 Hertz refresh. Now, this gives me pause because the chip inside, it's a Snapdragon 480 Plus. That's a 4 series Qualcomm chip. And this chipset, we all know it from it being that chip that Nokia used on a 47,000 rupee phone, a 4 series chip on a 47,000 rupee phone that makes the iPhone look like amazing value for money. So is it really that bad a chip? What are they doing? Well, the 480 Plus, Motorola's claim and also the benchmarks, they indicated to be almost similar to the Snapdragon 732G. So from a benchmark perspective, compared to the Moto G51, this benchmark's about 50% higher. So all that seems nice. Moto's claim that it's almost a 732. That sounds nice. And yes, the benchmarks back it up. But then again, only with actual use can I tell you guys if, hey, Moto's right here, the chip is actually better than what we think it is, or maybe, hey, Moto's again blowing smoke. It isn't really worth it. So do you guys want to see a full review of this? Do you want me to actually test out and do a review? Let me know in the comments. If enough of you guys want me to do it, I'll definitely get it done. For now, I do like what I'm seeing here. If the 480 Plus, I feel that's what's gonna make or break this phone. If it turns out to be performing as well as the benchmarks indicate, then I think at 15,000 rupees, this seems to be a good device. 120 Hertz refresh. Yes, I would have loved to see AMOLED, but it still seems to be a nice bright panel. And yeah, stock Android and all that. So that is basically the Motorola Moto G51. And now let me leave you guys with a few samples that I quickly shot around the office. So that will also give you a better idea of what to expect with regards to the camera. So what do you guys think about these samples? What do you think about the Moto G51? Leave a comment down below, let me know. And with that, I guess we are at the end of this quick little unboxing and hands-on. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4eTech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Oh, and it also has IP52. I think I forgot to mention that. And there's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery on the inside. Damn it. I think I covered all of the talking points that I had on my list. So basically, I have a teleprompter with some talking points, and the screen kind of went off in between. So if there's something else that I forgot, I will just pin it on a frame right now, pause, throw it all on frame. If not, check out the description below or the pinned comment. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening to me ramble. Until next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4eTech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.